What's good, y'all? I wanted to get on here real quick and discuss stat select rap battles. Let me see where I can sit this at. All right, yeah. I got a Facebook group for this too, but I ain't really decided to, mess with it too much yet. I might just keep everything public. So I'm gonna be looking all over the place because I got the phone in landscape mode. But yeah, y'all. So with stat select rap battles, it's the new platform that I've started off. This is the second league that I've ever founded and owned myself. And I know with people as of lately getting the news, a lot of people remember, stat on the stage or stat with UBL. So I've been noticing lately a lot of people from both, platforms have been coming through over time and catching up to what's going on. With stat selects, I'm really only looking for like new people. I don't mind if any vets decide that they want to become a part of this platform, but I really want to just avoid working with any talent that has already been built by a platform or developed by a platform before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want talent that I can consider 100% my own. And I've had that at times, but like with this one, I really want to just build up with a bunch of brand new people. Like, it's going to be a lot of fun to see, out of this group of new talent, who becomes the star, who becomes, the champions, who takes our platform to, a URL or a King of the Dot or Chrome or RBE, like, you know what I'm saying? But I really want to work with a bunch of new guys. Like, I don't want nobody. There's a couple picks that I have in mind, but that's only if they contact me. I personally don't want nobody who's been battling for an extremely long time and have been a part of, a league for a long time. I don't really want nobody a part of stat selects. Granted, you can battle here when the time comes. Right now, I'm just focusing on bringing in some people who probably, most likely, I would say have 2 battles or less, if that. Like 2 battles, maybe about 3 battles or less. You know what I'm saying? As far as everybody that's been wanting to get booked out here, as far as Mississippi goes, and with anything involving stat, I'm currently only focusing on doing things over Twitter Spaces. That way we can build this talent up first over the next couple of months. Then I'm going to do that first event. Now, it'll either be my talent battling, other talent on our roster, or it will be our talent going against a couple guys who I consider like the outsiders, the out-of-towners and all that. If you're a guy, because like this is what I do. Like, this is what I'm known for in the grassroots is, building up talent, scouting talent, finding people, taking people from other platforms where they might not have been as desired, or, like people who aren't considered, of the higher tier on those platforms, and actually building and helping them learn and, basically turning them into, a better talent overall. With stat selects, it's very much going to be like wrestling. I know people always say the term, they say battle rap is wrestling, right? And in a sense, there's a reason why a lot of battle rappers, including myself, we're avid wrestling fans. We grew up, all of us really grew up off wrestling. But as far as like being more than a casual fan, casual supporter, most of us in battle rap, we were more than just casual supporters. We were avid. So that's why I feel like with us in this, it's more focused on entertainment now. That's one thing we like about it. Like, I'm going to have guys, and I really don't want to put all, you get a people too much sauce, man, and they run with the ideas, but I don't care. Like, that's part of the game. You still got to be able to execute it like me. So, I want guys to do like promo segments. I'm talking about live at the events. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know that now I'm going to have to be in front of the camera more than I've ever been as a promoter. And also, on the mic more than I've ever been as a promoter in person, you know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that. During the events, you'll have a battle going, and maybe, the next segment of it, it's going to be like a show. Seriously. You don't know what we're going to hit y'all with. We might have more like the concept, the novelty type of battles, or, if that's what you would like to call it. Then we're going to have like the regular matchups, storylines, and all of that. The face-offs are going to be very entertaining. This league is focusing on entertainment. I want stat select rap battles to be the hub. In due time, when I build a roster, then I open the door to have all these other, people from, previous platforms that I worked with, or talent I found in the past. Or they can come back then. Guys that are like bigger names that want to get booked, I don't mind. They can come back after the fact. But what I want to do is build this roster up first. And the events are going to be like a show. Like, you got to be able to cut a promo. Like, I need to be able to, in a live event, hand you the mic, say, all right, got a couple things to say about his next battle, or I hear he want to call somebody out, hand you the mic, and you'll be able to literally cut me a promo, and not even for a long time. We ain't gonna start them off like that. We just gonna practice. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm about making stars. Like, that's been my main thing since I've been in this as a league owner. Once I noticed that a couple people didn't really agree with the vision, that's when I said, okay, I'm gonna leave out and make something specific, that I like to do. That way they can do their thing, over there, and that's cool. Whereas with this, now I'm gonna make it like I'm gonna let it be more than known. If you come over here, I only want to deal with talent that's gonna want to do this. I don't want people to feel like they're being forced to become entertainers. I understand everybody doesn't want to do that, but if you come over here, you better be ready to know how to, or learn how to entertain, and I'm gonna teach you how. A lot of people don't give. Yeah, I did. It was fire too. It was fire. Like, a lot of people don't give folks the game when it comes to certain stuff outside of rapping. And the reason why a lot of vets, I feel like, some of the newer talent and rookies, they're kind of arrogant at times. So they let y'all bump y'all head and humble, get humbled. But at the same time, a lot of more experienced battle rappers don't like giving game to inexperienced battle rappers when it comes to certain aspects, because they know if he gets better at that and he has good potential as a rapper already, that's a threat to me. I don't feel threatened by that, because you ain't gonna beat me. So I don't mind, giving advice to new talent on, all right, look, this is what you need to do this. This is how I do it, and I can give them that game. So, again, tag some people on here right now. If you're not familiar with Stat Static, just inbox me. I'll get you familiar, catch up to everything. In a second, I'm going to discuss the tournament. I'm going to discuss what other plans I have with this platform. Right now, I'm just kind of going on about a couple general things. I want guys to be entertainers. I want this to be a league where, you got guys on all these other different scouting platforms and, these bigger platforms. They say, hey, we're going to take a break for a second. I want you to go out and travel. I've had league owners do this in the past. Like, I've had league owners book talent on my cards, before, multiple times, my UBL days and my stage days. Most recently, my last event I threw for the stage back in like November before I left the stage. Gutter, shout out my guy Gutter. He got Mr. Right, because that's one of his crucible picks that he was working with for quite some time. And he was like, yo, I want him to get out and travel. I want him to battle out there in Mississippi, which we all know Wright has traveled numerous places. But he was like, I want him to go out there in Mississippi. I like what you're doing out there. And he got him on the card, and I put him against Tally, which at the time was one of my, top hitters of the platform and a title contender. And they put on a show. So that's how I want Stat Selects to be. Like, I want people to go in due time. First, I'm building up a roster with a bunch of unseasoned talent right now. That's what I want now. But once I build this roster up, you know what I'm saying? Then when I open the door for everybody else to come in, Hero, what's good? Man, Hero, you RBE, man. You didn't already made it past the grassroots. Well, you kind of made it past the grassroots a while ago, in my opinion. But for the most part, with Stat Selects, I want folks to be able to say, hey, you need to work on your promotion, like as far as your skills for promoting battles, as far as your live promo. Like, if I hand you a mic or I put the camera on you, you're able to entertain people. You need to work on, developing your character. Because even though we're battle rappers and, we're out here and, it's not necessarily fully, because some things in battle rap are scripted, but battle rap isn't scripted or anything or choreographed in any way. But at the same time, we still kind of over exaggerate our characters and personalities for the sake of the battle. You know what I mean? Like, Stat Static and Q are like not too different, but you can tell when I'm in character. You know what I'm saying? Is that my guy Tom Bland? What's good, man? Hey, shout out the Bars Battle League. Yeah, King Stiz and Saucy Sancho. That was a fire battle. I just judged that. I sent a video to my guy Uno. Shout out to Uno. I don't know if he dropped it in the group yet or not, but yeah, that was a really good battle, especially for it to be a video battle. Like, it felt like I was there in person. Both of them did their thing. Check the group out. Y'all know it's Bars Battle League, BARZ. Be sure to drop your group link in here. That way they can join in if they want to check that out. But yeah, y'all. So with Stat Selects, I want that to be the league where people go, hey, You need to work on being entertaining. You need to work on becoming marketable. You need to work on, promotion, selling tickets, your appearance, learning your style, building up incorporating more of your personality into your material and into your background, your character, all of that. I want you to go over there and battle over there on Stats platform for a minute. And then you can go back. But as far as the guys that are, who are under my roster, they already know what time it is. Yeah, it's going to operate like a league. We're going to have the events. We're bringing out the scouts. We're going to time to time bring out a name. It just all depends on, like I've always said, it always depends on what the artists give me. And with Stat Selects, I'm going to bring in a whole bunch of fresh talent and build them up. And I guarantee you, we're going to change the game with this. I'm not looking to make, this the next URL or the next King of the Dot or the next. This is just a league where I get to express my creativity and give game to these new artists that I want to bring into the culture and they learn. And then this be like the fun, entertaining league that you come to have a good time. If you want to get scouted, you come over here, and because I'm going to make sure that I keep the scouts involved in what's going on. It's Stat Select. So, of course, I'm going to be battling on it. We got an event coming up this weekend. Matter of fact, it's a free event. More of like a local battle, me versus Taylor. A lot of y'all in the culture wouldn't understand that, but everybody outside of it, if you go check my pinned post, you'll see what's up with that. We going at it this weekend. And then I have Semi-Auto and E-Real, who are both about to have their first ever battle against each other. It's going to be a double debut. And those two are officially on the roster. And I'm going to segue that and say they're officially in the tournament also that we have. So with this Stat Select tournament, I'm going to wait until I get all 16 people to fill up the slots. Right now, shout out Toddy. He's on the roster, of course. He's one of the more experienced artists on the roster, but he's on the roster. He's been with me the whole way through UBL stage. I see that the stage made a couple of cuts. Shout out to them guys. I passed the platform over to, Domo Guapo and Quez, the guys over there. My dog 7 is still over there. And I don't know if they've added anything since I've left as far as staff members, but, I passed that platform on. I'm no longer on it, but, they're doing their thing over there. They're doing interviews daily. Go check them out. I still support the league, of course. And, they made a couple of cuts, right? So, it is what it is. People get cut. You got to find somewhere else to go. Nothing wrong with that. And so I believe that Toddy was definitely one of the cuts that they made. But that's perfectly fine because we're going to build over here. You know what I'm saying? And, no love lost whatsoever. So with that being said, check this out. If you are an artist who is new in the culture and you're looking for a league to join, you can join Stat Select right now. You know what I'm saying? If you're a guy who has never battled a day in your life, it is very difficult at times to get artists from Mississippi to battle. Not even just artists, in general, people to battle. Son B, that is my dog right there. Real talk. That is the GOAT. Man, listen, if you in New England, you really need to tap in with him. I'm just letting you know that right now. I'm not even playing. And, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, fam. Shout out to Bars. Shout out to Bars. I got you on that, though. I got you on that, bro. Definitely. I'm always looking for people to travel. With this league, I want people to travel. I'm going to give y'all a little history lesson in just a second, too. So, sit still, stay tuned in, keep interacting in the comments. All 13, 14, 15 of y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in. Ask any questions. You know what I'm saying? 6, what's good? Royalty, what's up? Hey, we're going to have you back over here, man. Look, Rico just moved to Pennsylvania. By the way, y'all know Rico was one of my guys that I was about to make my next star. You know what I'm saying? I booked him versus Royalty on the stage. You can go check that out. That was my last event. Rico was about to be my star. I was going to try to get him on the Crucible. I was going to try to get him, to any league I could possibly. Really, I feel like he would be a better fit for RBE. And I remember I told him that. And I was going to think to try to get him on the intakes that they're doing right now, or at least get in touch with somebody that can, get him there. Because I'll be real, I'm more familiar with people on the URL end. So, when it comes to recommending or hitting up a scout like, yo, this guy's nice, I'm more familiar with the URL scouts. And they're more familiar with me. I don't think the RBE, I don't think Lawrence and Wing, I don't think they even know who I am. So, with that being said, I was like, Rico was going to be one of my guys. I really wanted to get Rico on iBattle through somebody. He just recently went to one of those events to support Mozzie. And I believe he got in contact with everybody he needed to get in contact with. But, Rico moved to Pennsylvania. So for the leagues up there, he's a fire artist. He needs to promote more for sure because he got some good battles that he ain't showing y'all. But yeah, shout out to Rico. Yeah, along with that, oh man, if I open this door, I'm gonna scare and I don't want to scare. Because if I open this door, I'm sure gonna. So hey, y'all sit tight 1 second. Just sit tight 1 second. How you doing? All right, you too. All right, I'm back. I'm glad y'all ain't leave either. I rock with y'all. Rico finna battle Ziggy B on Flatline. Fire. All right, but look, we back. Get everybody back in here. Sorry for that. We here. Like I was saying though, y'all listen close. Again, if you have no battles whatsoever, hit me up. Man, listen, I got, man, a lot of them. But look, if you have no battles whatsoever, I don't care if you make music. I don't care if you fix cars. I don't care if you an actor, a comedian, you know what I'm saying? Stat selects. Join in, hit me up. Yeah, Damo, I was talking about Rico. So, with Rico, he was gonna be my next time. He moved to Pennsylvania. So anybody up there in that area, hit him up. I'm pretty sure he's a free agent at this point because I'm not booking. I want to say this. I'm not booking no talent. It's only maybe 2-3 people. Other than that, no talent that came from UBL or the stage. I'm not going to put them under my roster right now. Like I don't even if they're a free agent, it only depends on who it is. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to start with fresh talent and I don't want any old storylines and narratives. I want it to be fresh. You know what I'm saying? So if you got cut, because the stage did make cuts. Damo and them made cuts. If you got cut, you know what I'm saying? You need to let me know, hey, I got cut because I don't want to book nobody that was there previously. Because to me, I'm going to feel like this. I'm going to feel like it defeats the purpose. All right, I start something new. And this ain't no drama, nothing like that. Just let y'all know. We just talking. When I left UBL, people came with me, of course, when I started the stage. Then I noticed something though. What else did I take with me when I left there? I took the test lab with me. That was a concept that me and Ox and Gray came up with a long time ago as a rookie division. But I took it and brought it to the stage. And what it did is it confused a lot of people. Okay, they not in the group chat. They got bet. It confused a lot of people. And, when there was already a little bit of a conflict in the public, now you got people coming over here and they, you know what I'm saying? They going, oh man, yeah. So this must be an extension of UBL. I'm like, no, this the stage. You know what I'm saying? No, this is like an extension. I'm like, no, I took my platforms that I own and brought it with me, So now I'm starting completely fresh with this one. I don't want nothing from there coming up. They got what they got going on and we're going to do something fresh and new over here. Yeah, they made some cuts. Rap battles, yeah, hit me up. I got a tournament and stay posted. I'm about to break it down. Look, especially people in Mississippi, because that's where the core roster will be at. There's no way on earth me, Boss J, and a few others, but really me and Boss J for sure. We literally put our careers, on hold. And me and him were two of the hottest battlers that still remain in Mississippi. Everybody else that was really on like that, the culture from the SIP, they were living in different states. me and Boss J still living out here in the SIP. We real life. I'm talking about in the middle of like, you know, being involved with, you know, the bigger platforms that y'all watch, like being potential prospects for said platforms. We really took a lot away from us staying in the eye of that by stepping aside to build talent out here in Mississippi, because Mississippi was under 10 battle rappers at one point, probably under 5. You know what I mean? So we wanted to bring in more people to the state. We worked hard doing so. And one thing I did notice is this: we still don't have a high number. In other states, even in the South, in other states, there are like at least 50 or 100 plus battle rappers that are in these states. And that's a lot of people, granted, if you consider the fact that they got to move around a lot, right? So Mississippi, I think at the most we probably got like 50 battle rappers in this state. You know what I'm saying? We probably got like 50. So with Stat Select, this time I'm really about to start going even crazier with reaching out to people. There are some people. The thing I love and hate about Mississippi is that it's so divided. You got the coast, you got central Mississippi, and then you got North Mississippi. And then you got the Delta, of course, that's kind of in between, like, you know, the central and north, but it's kind of like its own area. And, you know, with that, you could go to different parts of the SIP and they probably don't even know that this stuff's been going on at all. Like, they probably have zero knowledge. You can go to Jackson, which is 45 minutes from where I'm at in Vicksburg, and they don't even know what's going on. Like, some people might, but there's some people that probably have no idea that this stuff is even happening. And they watch URL and they watch battle rap, and they're probably casual, because Mississippi has a lot of casual supporters. They don't really know this stuff like that, you know. And they probably always wanted to battle and wouldn't even know there's a league out here, right? You know, I mean, I was at Alcorn, there was people that didn't even know I was a whole battle rapper out here. Like, I'm talking about when I was hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? They had no idea. Like, I was just sitting there. I would never say it. And it was always fun. They find out about me. Like, I don't know. I love when people find out that I do this stuff, because I stopped telling people I do it. They just find out. They be like, yo, you know, you ain't tell me you were battle. I'll be like, yeah, bro. Yeah, I do that. So, you know, the thing is this, though. You know, with that going on, that just shows you how people still have to get familiar with this. I was in class at Alcorn, and during the weekend, everybody like, what you doing? Bro, I'm just, you know, I'm be out of town. And I would be out of town and travel up to Milwaukee. They'll be like, yo, where you from? I'm from the SIP. Oh, yeah, yeah. They ain't got no leagues down there? No, not really. You know what I'm saying? That's how the conversations went until we started something down there. And, you know, with that being said, I want to get more people here to be a part of Stat Selects. I want some brand new people, though. Just like how it was with UBL when we brought in new people. And, you know, like, of course, the very known 2020 class. I won't go before that. That's really the first one. The 2020 class, you know, we talking about, you know, people in the 2020 class to be like, that I'll say we're from Mississippi. Sub 2, Quez the Guy, Reese Money, Dolo. Like, this was the 2020 UBL rookie class. Man, I'm forgetting one more person. But, yeah, like, moving on. When I started the stage, you know, guys like Rico and them came in that were a part of, like, that off-season class. Like, you know, and then you had even people from out of town like Damo that came in. And then Damo, now he owns the league. Like, he owns the stage. And, you know, Quez co-owns stage. You know, they doing their thing. With this, though, again, I'm going to say it one more time for those of y'all. If you got cut, not even just from a stage, but from any platform recently, I really, really only want people who only have a few battles. I don't really want people in it that's been doing this for a long time, that people look at you and they can already think of what league you're on. Like, for example, I don't want statics on the platform. You know what I mean? I don't want, when people think of stat, I got a lot of different narratives in this, but most people, when they think of stat and know me as an artist, they're going to know UBL. Like, that's where I was like the most popular at one point was UBL. So I don't want a guy on my roster where when you look at him, you already feel like he was part of this. Because then when you come to my league, it's going to come off more like it's just a stint. Like, you're just doing this to help me out. It's like I'm bringing Sting, you know, to WWE in the last few years of his career. Like, we still look at Sting like that Sting from WCW who said, you know, who never was going to be on WWE. You know what I mean? For real. Like, yeah, the Domo Select Cup, the Domo. I've been having to get to say Domo instead of Domo now. I keep saying I've been changing that because I know it's Domo, you know. The Domo Select's coming soon, man. That's because you over there trying to cut people, man. Keys, leave me alone, man. And send me some talent from, find some new people, man. You know a lot of rappers. Tell a Miracle it's time to debut. I'm tired of this, man. Tell your cousin he should have debuted years ago. We here. I want people from out of state. I want people from the majority of people I want to be are from in the state, because that gives me more time. We're closer. So I can say, hey, I might want to book them back to back, or I might want to like, hey, let's all meet up. And if you stay within like an hour, 2 hours, it ain't no issue for you to get on the road. Whereas if I have a roster full of people and all of them are from out of town, it ain't going to be as easy. You know what I'm saying? But I want talent from out of town if they're willing to travel. I used to travel multiple times in a year. If this is what you want to do, just, take care of your financial situations and all that type of stuff, and like really prioritize everything and save some money aside for traveling if you really take it serious. Chrome, what's up with it? What's good, Chrome? So, with Stat Selects, I'm mainly looking for inexperienced talent, because I want, or people who have never done this whatsoever. I don't want people who have been battling and have multiple battles. Like, I'm talking about more than 3 battles. I really don't want that as like my main, my core talent. I don't want people who are known on other platforms. That means you've been there for a while. That means that's where you're mainly popular at. I don't mind y'all contacting me, but if you were with me when I was on the stage or UBL, the only way that I don't mind adding you to the roster here is if you were a guy that didn't battle that often over there, a guy that came from the online division years ago, like we talking about 2016, 2015, stuff like that. Or, if you've gotten cut or let go of said platform and I haven't worked with you in a long time. I don't want nobody that's like fresh. Listen, I literally, I wanted to bring Killa over here because I worked with him on the stage. I wanted to bring Rico over here because he was my star. I wanted to bring Black Lyric over here. I wanted to bring all them, but then I said, you know what? Nah, I want to start fresh. I might get a couple of people that were around, but I don't want to bring in no high status people of those platforms, because you're only going to remember me working with them there, and it's not going to feel any different. With this tournament that we're doing, I have 12 spots left. So it's 12 slots left for this tournament. It's going to be on Twitter Spaces. And this is so I can help build a class. I could have easily just started an event, booked a whole bunch of new guys, told them, hey, show up here in Vicksburg. But I felt like a lot of them might not show up, things like that, because they're new. So we're going to take this time to do the spaces so they can network, invite as many people as they want, build chemistry. I can get them accustomed to how we do this type of stuff. They can develop an etiquette. And then soon, we're going to have our first event. Tag people. I don't care where they're from, but if they're from the South, if they're around Mississippi or in Mississippi, even better, tag them. I know you got a friend that raps, a friend that makes music, a friend that jokes around, a comedian, whatever, anything. The way that I'm running this platform is very similar to wrestling. I'm a big wrestling fan. Tiana, what's good? I'm a big wrestling fan. So I'm really focusing on entertainment, storylines, promotion, marketability. How well can you, well, that goes into being marketable. I'm not even gonna say that part. That's what I'm looking for. That's what we're gonna do over here. I'm gonna have a roster of 16 people. This tournament is gonna play out like this. The winner of this tournament right here, once I get all 16, I'll, present more details. It's audio battles. I need judges. Tally say judge, what's good? Rob, what's up with it? The winner of this tournament will receive the gold championship for Stat Selects. The gold championship belt will be like the top tier belt. This is the belt that's like this is the highest level that you can get on this league. And if you get that title, then, you get every possible benefit that I could possibly come up with for you. Meaning, if you have that title and you say, hey, Stat, I really want to get a name. All right, well, I guess I got to do some saving. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to make that happen. Saving the sponsors, we got to make that happen. Or if you go, hey, Stat, I want a little exhibition match against one of these rookies that I pick. All right, bet that's cool. Or exhibition match, versus one of the newer guys, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or, if you're like, yo, so I want to come up with this idea, this type of event, you have the belt, you're going to have a lot of say when it comes to, hitting up Stat and saying what you want to do. But, with having the belt, though, you're going to have to move like a champion. Like, I don't want guys that I'm going to book you over here and then you're not going to trust the process. You're going to question everything I do. I'll take you off the roster right now. I don't want guys where, I book you here, you trying to make deals with me. Oh, man, well, if I do this, then I'm going to deserve this or that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want guys that, You know, I book over here. They're ungrateful. I don't want to deal with people who have big egos. I don't, you know, want to deal with people who not really trying to put in work. You're just wasting my time. I want people that want to come over here ready to learn, ready to put in work, you know, and people who aren't going to, you know, sell themselves short. I don't want you to battle over here and then we're trying to build you up and then you go take a battle that makes 0 sense whatsoever just because some guys in the area manipulated you into battling out of town for absolutely nothing. And you first of all, I got to see if you a draw over here first. And I'm going to teach y'all how to do that if you don't know. But I don't want you to, you know, build up over here. Let's say you become the champ. I'm building you up over here. And then next week you go take a battle somewhere against some bottom of the card guy. And then think you finna come back over here with a belt that I done spent $300 on. And you know what I'm saying? You think you gonna come back over here. I done spent $300 on the belt. You know what I'm saying? And you really think I'm finna, yeah, bro, well, you still my champ. We still gonna work it. Man, look, I'd have had you in a title match next week against somebody who I know gonna beat you because, man, we not finna do that. You gotta know your worth, man. I don't want nobody that no league really wants that. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. Your league owners, if they telling you they cool with that, they either don't care as much or they lying to you. No league wants an artist that is so accessible once they're a rising star or a top tier. A+ was good. I had him booked, but he from the coast. Bet, like, shoot, tell him tap in. So, like, I don't want nobody though. Like, let's use an example, right? So, I can tell y'all right now. Me and Tally went back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Me and Tally went back and forth about this. I'm gonna tell you why. Plus, because it's simple. All right. I'm gonna relate it to. All right, put it like this. I want everybody on here to, let's say you're a promoter. We ain't even got to make this a battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Scenario, but let's say you're a promoter, right? Now, let's say, all right, I want to start a brand. All right. Somebody says, hey, I want to get involved in that, right? You literally invest in everything you possibly can, and they become the face of your brand, or at least one of the rising stars of your brand, right? You do everything possible to make sure that they're successful as long as they remain loyal to your brand. Now, that doesn't mean they have to stay under you forever. That just means, hey, I could get you to a bigger level where you can represent us and yourself. I got you at a higher level. Just don't accept no nonsense outside of this. Because, you know, in battle rap, it ain't like we just giving contracts out on the lower scale of things or, you know, stuff like that. I'm going to talk about you in just a second. Just hold on 1 minute. But, you know, then you do all that investing and all that evaluating, all that developing just for this guy to pretty much go and accept the battle somewhere in the middle of nowhere versus somebody who nobody knows. And then he comes back to you and tries to tell you what he demands as an artist and how you deserve to push and promote his career. But yet, you know, he shows that he cannot keep no mystique about him whatsoever or remain, you know, he can't handle being what I consider that is you can't handle being a top tier talent or a star. Let me say that instead. You can't handle being a star. You know what I'm saying? That just doesn't, I don't like it. Like, I'm going to tell y'all, like, I clashed with, you know, Tally for the longest about this when he first got in the game. I was like, look, you know, I know you're new to this. I know you want to battle places locally and stuff like that. But no offense to none of the guys that, you know, are being mentioned in this. But I'm like, bro, you just had a really good battle with us over here. You know, I was partnered with, I believe we were partnered with our battle at the time. I was trying to get him there. You know, I'm bringing all this stuff out here to the SIP. I'm really like just doing my job as a league owner to get these guys the eyes and looks, you know, that I could get them. And I'm like, bro, I told you, sit tight. We gonna work with you. Don't entertain nothing else for right now, please, because I really know that I can get you somewhere. And once you start entertaining a bunch of other stuff, it takes away from that. I was like, just sit tight. Trust me, I got you. And it took a second. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was like, bro, I got you booked for a good battle. Why? Don't take no battle in between this that don't make no sense. Like, Tally did one battle, and I understand why he did it, but I was just like, man, at the time I was hot because I was like, man, I just booked you for something and you done hopped up and just freestyled just because somebody wanted to rap. You just hopped up and freestyled out of nowhere, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, come on, man, don't do that. Like, I'm like, nah, like, you got to move like, yo, like, y'all should feel cool to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, I can't do that. Hey, man, you can rap real quick? I can't, bro. Not, man, I'm with, you know, so I'm under this brand right here, you know. Y'all, like, right now, if all right, good example. If I called, let me think. Let's say, I want to say somebody a little more new, kind of young. We can say, matter of fact, we'll say Roman Reigns, right? We'll just say wrestler, Roman Reigns, right? And let's say you got a wrestling promotion right now. You and Roman Reigns, let's just say he attended, right? And you went over to Roman Reigns and was like, yeah, like, I'd actually like to see you in a match here. You either finna have to have a lot of money, I mean life-changing, like, and he's already rich. So, like, it would have to be a ridiculous amount of money, which really, economically, it wouldn't even make sense to do that because then people wonder why you didn't put that in your platform. But you would have to have either so much money that it negates the fact that he's even under a contract for so much money already on a way larger platform, or, you know what I'm saying? Or, you would have to pretty much, like, he wouldn't do it. Like, he wouldn't go to your promotion and say, hey, we make this happen. No, it wouldn't work because he's already been invested in, he's already been built up, and he knows how he has to move. I'm a face of a brand, it wouldn't happen. You would have to have a life-changing amount of money, and that probably wouldn't even do it, because then the platform with more money that already has him employed is just going to counter your offer with more money. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to be able to compete with that. Like, you know what I mean? It wouldn't make sense. You know what I mean? So, y'all ever see, all right, one of my cousins, and I ain't talked to him and seen him in years. I don't know. I ain't seen him in years. Like, he be out the way. But, one of my cousins played in the NFL a few years back. He was actually a very popular running back. And, I remember when he bought a house out here, I remember I was a kid and I told him, I say, let's race. Like, I was just messing with him. I'm like, let's race real quick. Let's race. And I remember he was just laughing. And my dad was like, oh man, he can't race you right now. It was the off season, but he was like, he can't do that right now. Like, he can't even, he gotta say, and stay ready for the season. Now listen, we understand that, yeah, he could have raced, it probably wouldn't have done anything to him. But what happened if he just so decided to do that and he pulled something or tore something? We don't know, or we're not going to say that that's going to happen. But then what happens with that? So something small and petty just prevented you from your next season. Same thing with battle rap. It's the same way. Same with wrestling. Like, I can't go up to a guy. Let's say, a top tier level battler comes to my event. Battle rap slightly different, but let's just say, we won't even say that. Let's say Klutz. All right. And it's the bro. Let's say Klutz is at an event and I'm like, yo, man, you my dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? We brothers for real, bro. Hey, look, I'll pay you right now about 200, you know what I'm saying? Just to come here and maybe like a one round against so-and-so, his opponent ain't show. And he'll look at me and he'll probably be like, oh, no, I ain't doing that. You know why? Because he's on URL right now. You feel me? Like, he's on URL. You know a risk that he takes being a potential star for a platform like that? And he just takes a battle just because he wanted to just do it because he's so eager to rap. He wouldn't do that because it wouldn't make sense. You know what I mean? What happens when you go out there and let's say you the champion of stat selects, right? And you just go take a random battle just because. Then you go out there and lose. Like, you go out there and lose and you're actually a hot name that people are recognizing. Then you come back over here. I'm not going to want to invest in that no more. Like, I don't want to strip the title from you at that point. Cause it's like, man, you just killed it. Like, you had a run and you just killed your run. What's better? Losing in a title match after you and this guy been built up and promoted against each other so much. And it's on a platform that you're a part of and you're a face of, or, while preparing for that type of matchup, you go out there to, middle of nowhere battleground and lose to Mr. Jobber, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then now, like, you come back over here and don't nobody want to see it no more. The whole point of building up a storyline for a main event level is so that you want to appear untouchable. That's the word. You want to appear untouchable. You want to promote to the level to where if you lose this battle, people feel like it's over for you. That means you promoted as much as you possibly could, so you have no choice but to go absolutely crazy. You have to put on a good show. It has to be a 4-star, 5-star battle, or 5-star, 4-star performance. Let me say that instead. Boss J, Boss Radamus, what's up with it? But yeah, plus, hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that for sure. Man, boss, this is what I'm saying. All right, good example. All right. when Boss J got on UBL and he started going on that run that he went on around like 2021, imagine if in between all of that, Boss J took a battle against a dude who just started battling yesterday. It's not like he has a crazy amount of views and he's just a regular dude who just started battling yesterday on UBL even. We'll just say that. And let's say Boss was like, all right, I'll battle him real quick. We would look at dude like, all right, have you lost your mind? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're literally on a title run right now. Why would you just take a random match like that? Like, what's the point of taking a random match like that? And then he's like, oh, I just want to do it. That's it. Like, there ain't nothing about it. You don't know the guy or nothing. Like, it ain't no narrative. You just want to do this? Yeah. And then he takes the battle, and let's just say the dude beats him. Like, let's just say it happens. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. And then it's like, man, like, all right, that one didn't go the way it was supposed to. Yeah, Solar System Sam on Backyard Battle League, and he go over there and go lose, and then Boss come back like, all right, I'm ready for the title match. Man, don't nobody want to see that no more. It's like, man, you killed off the whole anticipation for it because you showed that you know what I mean? You showed that you can bleed. The whole point is to build up a storyline between two main eventers or a potential main eventer and a main eventer. So where it's like, the David Goliath type of thing, or it's like, oh man, like, wow, like these two, it's the Clash of the Titans, And then when you go and you basically take away from that, it kills it all. So I want people who are going to listen over here and who are ready to build, you know what I'm saying? With Tally, like I was saying, he would at times he would entertain certain stuff, and I had to tell Rico this too. I was like, look, don't even entertain it. Like I said earlier, Roman Reigns was at. Let's go back to wrestling. Let's say I got a small promotion I started up, and Roman Reigns just was attending. Do you think if I said, hey Roman, do you think Roman Reigns would actually walk up to me and say, yo, what's going on? Oh, it's static. Hey, man, you gotta book me over. I want to wrestle over here just this one time. Please, like, oh man, like you don't mess with me or something. Like, man, you got to work with me. You know what that would look like to that promoter? It'll be like, man, like it'll catch you by surprise. It'll be like, wow, like either he's extremely humble or it's like, man, he doesn't really know who he is. I'm tired of all this lying that people do when it comes to being humble at times. Look, some stuff is beneath you. Like, just to be honest with you, it doesn't mean you can't show love. But some stuff is beneath you running behind it. You know what I mean? If you're a main event talent, even in the battle culture, in the grassroots section of battle rap too, on top of that, don't think that Static is going to present you with something that makes absolutely zero sense. You know what I mean? If you're a main eventer on my platform, don't think I'm going to present you with something that makes zero sense. Like, no, they have to build and learn just like you did. We all had to start somewhere. You know what I mean? So I want people like that. Tag some artists on here. Comedians, I don't care. It could be a friend of yours, who has rapped a couple bars to you playing around and you were like, yo, you actually good. And he like, no, I couldn't do that. Tag them. Like, I've had a bunch of people hit me up and I've hit them up and they go, well, battle rapping ain't my thing. How do you know if something isn't your thing if you ain't tried it? I can understand. And most of the time, y'all don't give me a real reason. You don't go, oh, well, I don't believe that I'll be able to handle somebody, trying to do dirt or like dig up dirt on me or something, or, get in my face or do this or do that. Because then I could say, all right, well, this is what we usually do with this, But when you don't give me nothing to go along with, then it kind of leaves me out there in the open and say, well, well, I make the decision for you. All right, well, you don't want to do this. You're not ready. And I go on about my day and I will never ask you again. You know what I'm saying? But, it's not as difficult as it seems. You have to start somewhere. Most people that don't want to get into this is because they feel like the crowd is harsh or they might choke or stumble. Well, let me explain something to you. Unless you want to be in that comfortable spot you're in your whole life, you have to be able to take risks, especially us men. You got to take a risk. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to bully anybody into wanting to do this. But what I'm saying is if that's the reason why you don't want to get into battle rap, let me tell you something. I have forgot my material in front of, I forgot my material in front of about almost 100 people. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, I mean, when I went out and got my biggest shot ever, the beginning of my third round, I forgot my whole entire round. If it wasn't for the crowd talking so much and Brad and Norbs and them, hold it down, and Curry and them, hold it down. Even Prep was there and all that, hold it down. I would have forgot everything. You know what I'm saying? That gave me just a couple more seconds, and due to my experience at the time, I was able to hurry up and catch it. I forgot my entire round one time before, and I memorized everything, and I still forgot my entire round and only had a couple of seconds. Nobody really caught it like that unless I pointed it out, and that video is gone now. But, you know, I pointed it out. I was like, that whole time you see me right there, I forgot everything, you know. So I tell people, don't, if your reason to not get into this because you think you're going to forget, you think you're going to lose, you think you're going to slip up or whatever, you're going to have a rough life in general. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to face that adversity and face that challenge and actually, you know, take it head on. You know what I mean? Lyric, what's up with it? What's up with it? You a VP now. Hey, plus, check this out. Like, I'm going to really make a star with this. Like, I'm not even playing multiple. Like, the league is going to be fun. If you want to get involved, just hit me up. Like, I have to build this roster up. So, you know, we got the tournament. It's going to be on Spaces. The winner of the tournament is going to receive the title. I'm going to pay for the belt. You get the gold title. You know what I'm saying? When we do our first live event, when you meet up with me, I'm going to walk right up to you, and it's going to be on video. Everything we do with this is going to be on video because it's going to be like entertainment. It's going to be like wrestling. Like, it's going to be like TV. You know what I mean? I'm on video. This is yours. You know what I'm saying? Take the picture. I might put you over the group's banner. We're going to be Instagram, Twitter, all that. Like, I got all the social media platforms down. You know, I'm not really looking for any staff members, but if you're interested in wanting to work along with me, if you're in the Vicksburg area or surrounding areas, just hit me up. Nobody that I previously worked with as a staff member, or, you know, nobody that, you know what I'm saying, that I've worked with on any platforms, anything. I mainly want to work with some brand new people. But like I say, I'm going to hand you the belt. So if you win this tournament, I will hand you the gold championship for Stat Selects. And, you know, we're going to take the picture with it. After that, it is presented that you're the champion. Then what I plan on doing after this tournament is, we appreciate it so much. What I'm going to do after this tournament is I'm going to start another tournament, and that'll be for the silver belt. So that'll be the silver championship. The gold championship, that's the highest one you can possibly get. The silver one, it's right there in the middle. I'm going to bring in 16 more people. And then we're going to have that champion. Then I have one more belt that I'm not going to announce yet. And I'm not going to announce the concept of that just yet. But that's it. It's going to be 3 titles. I understand everybody is not going to be able to make it to URL or RBE or, you know, King of the Dot, Chrome, Queen of the Ring. Everybody's not going to be able to get there. You know, so these belts are not only to show your prestige in the platform and congratulate you and just to thank you for what y'all will do for me. But at the same time, these belts are here. I mean, I might have a guy that gets the gold belt and then he gets a crucible. He might take the belt with him. Like, ain't no telling. He might be on there with, yeah, you know, I'm part of this, whatever, representing us like that. You know, I might have a guy that gets the belt and he never makes it nowhere past this. His peak might be grassroots battle rap. He might not get to developmental or professional. You know what I'm saying? His peak might be this. So the belt, that to him, that's like going up further, you know, because he knows, like, this is it. Like, but I'm going to carry this title with pride, you know, and really turn up for, you know, the platform. Again, we're going to have promo segments. Like, it's going to be in the footage and everything. Like, I might pull you to the side at an event on the spot, like, real talk, just to throw you off. Like, I might go, hey, come here. What's up with it, man? What's up with it? You know what I'm saying? And the camera just pop up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Straight up. A camera might just pop up out of nowhere. And I'm like, all right, hey, so, you got anything to, you know, say about your next battle, or, you know, you got any opponents in mind, anything like that or whatever? Like, everything it's going to be a lot of stuff on camera because I want tons of footage. I want to look back at this, you know, where, you know, 10, 15, 20 years from now, when we probably doing completely different stuff, you know, and really look at this stuff and be like, man, we had some fun doing this. Like, everybody always used to wonder why I was always getting videos and stuff. And it's because in grassroots battle rap, people feel like, I think in the grassroots of anything, people feel like content doesn't matter. They think that's something that you're only supposed to have when you get to the higher levels. Like, you ever see them videos of Meek Mill when Meek was rapping back in the day in Philly in like the early 2000s? And you see how everything looks and all that, and then you see him now. You want to look back at stuff like that. You started from the ground up, like, seriously. But it's cool to see. What if you want to make a documentary one day about your you know, journey in battle rap when you were like in your 20s and you in your 40s, 50s now, and you ain't got no footage to find because you thought that it wasn't, you know, cool. You thought it was corny. You thought it was lame to record yourself or to have people record you or to actually store these memories. You know what I mean? In time, now you can't do nothing. Ye got a whole documentary because Ye he was recording everything that he did as in his rise to become an artist. I remember being a kid and Kanye West was looked at more like a hopeful. I remember as a kid, you know, people would view Kanye as the guy that was trying to get in the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was trying to get in the house. You feel me? He was trying to get in the building. You know what I mean? And so it was funny seeing the documentary and seeing all these people that didn't really know, Kanye for being that kind of guy. They were surprised about it. And I was like, oh, man, y'all don't even know. Like, real Kanye fans know he was recording all of this. He was the producer that was trying to make it. You watched the whole journey. You know what I mean? So, same thing with y'all. Do that. Record everything. Have your lives. Have your videos. Have your moments, because you can't go back and do it again. It's cool to look back on. We got me and Klutz got a live on here right now when we battled in Milwaukee, which was probably the butterfly effect to everything that happened to us after. Because we went, crazy that event, and we both got looks off of that event. And, I remember, like, it's on my page somewhere. We're at the airport, and we like, yeah, we finna go do our thing, we finna turn up. And he's like, yeah, man, we in the camera like, yeah, like the crowd they gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna love it. Like they've been waiting on this right here. I'm like, man, and then Clutch sitting there, and I'm like, he finna debut. We've been waiting on this one. And then he went there and went absolutely crazy. They still talk about that to this day. You know what's so cool about that? If he wanted to ever do like a little clip on that battle, he could easily go check my page, go see the live. We like, he gonna go crazy that day. Or where he was like sitting there like, yeah, I'm about to put in work. And then fast forward, you got the clip of him going absolutely crazy in there. Then fast forward, people on live talking about how crazy he went. So where I'm going with that is, you wanna document all of this stuff. Just because you're in the grassroots don't mean that you don't need to document it or that you don't have to. Don't ever be too cool to do that. But yeah, we're gonna have 3 different belts. I'm really focusing on entertainment. I'm looking for a bunch of new people, fresh, like I'm talking about completely fresh. But if you're experienced the season, if you're not a part of any league whatsoever, hit me up in the inbox. We'll see what we can do. I'm going to do Twitter Spaces only. And then after each tournament, I'm only doing 2 tournaments. Twitter Spaces only. Then we're going to do our first live event. The champions will have to defend their titles. And the rest of the guys from both 16-man tournaments, that will be my official roster, all of them put together. So if you lose in this tournament, you're not out of luck. That doesn't mean that you're no longer involved in the league. You're actually a part of the roster now. Tier systems are going to kind of level out based on how far you get in a tournament, to be completely honest with you. And it's on Spaces. So if you got any friends who are nervous of a crowd, this is their chance to get their feet wet before we go out in front of the crowd. Also, we're going to be building up chemistry because we're going to be on the Spaces every time with the same groups of people. So telling y'all, like, get in tune. If you know anybody, get in tune. For real, like, don't waste the opportunity. For any new guys, this is a chance to really get a head start. It's kind of easy in a sense. So, yeah, you don't do it now because you don't want to have it to where how it's going to be after these 2 tournaments. I have 2 venues, and I'm only working with these 2 venues at the time being. That's Headquarters and Hummingbird, the studio and the barbershop. New talent after these tournaments, you're going to have to come and debut in the studio. And you're going to have to work your way out of the studio. And I'm not changing on that, like, at all. Like, I stand on that completely. Like, I'm not changing that whatsoever. I don't care if it takes you 2 years or you want to quit and go somewhere else because you can't get out of the studio. Like, that's what it's going to be. You're going to be in that studio battling until we deem you ready for that crowd. And it's not to belittle you or make you seem like you're not that good or nothing, because you can go anywhere you want at any point in time. But it's to build y'all up slowly and actually show that we care about your development as an artist and as an entertainer overall, as a figure. You know what I mean? And if I feel like, oh, you're not ready yet, you'll stay there. And that should make you want to get there with the crowd. Like I said, you can easily leave and go to another league or something if you'd like. But wouldn't you rather want to conquer the challenge that's in front of you? So I'm going to tell you something. If you're on a league right now and you're about to quit that league because you don't like how, the league owners or the roster, the majority on top of that, feels like you're not ready for certain things, so you think you're just going to be able to leave and go to another platform, you must be going to a platform that needs people. Because if you go to a platform that's already established and you think that you're going to go over there and just waltz right on up in there, hey, they didn't do nothing for me over there. They didn't book me on the big events. They didn't want me in front of the bigger crowds and nothing like that yet. So I feel like they were sleeping on me. Let me come over here and battle y'all top talent or your high level mid tiers in the big event. They're going to laugh at you. They're probably going to clown you. Unless, which most likely in this case you don't, but unless you provide something that got looked over on one of these leagues, like right now, if a guy hit me up and he sold a lot of tickets or he had a big fan base, that would substitute for his lack of experience. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, that's not the case. So if you really think that you'll be able to go to another league right now and tell a guy, hey, let me walk in the main event right now, and there's nothing that you have to back it but, you being upset because you didn't get what you wanted from the previous league you were with fast enough, you know, when they were just trying to look out for you, then, you know, good luck with that. But like I said, that's how it's going to be. So it's best if you got any friends that want to do this, anybody you know, you, whatever, if they willing to travel, if they stay in the South, if they stay in the area, whatever. They do this on video, audio. They ain't even got to be battle rappers. Whatever. Like, I like bringing in people that don't do this. You know, now's the time. I'm going to have 2 tournaments. It's best to try this one. You want to go for this one because it's the best belt we're going to have. I don't care if you have 0 battles or if a guy in here has 2 battles. Somebody's got to win this tournament. A dude with no battles might just run through the whole tournament, and now he's the official champion of my league. You know what I mean? And now I'm investing in him like, you know, he's been doing this for me, and you never know. So the possibilities are endless with this. You don't want to wait until the next tournament because I don't know when the next tournament is going to start. But then when we start that next tournament, after that, if you don't do that one, then, you know, you're going to have to wait. And now we're doing live events. You're going to have to wait and go in the studio. You literally have a chance to win a championship belt off of audio battles right now. You know, go for it. If you know anybody, tell them. You know what I'm saying? Try it out. Preferably, again, I'm going to keep saying it. People in Mississippi, best y'all hit me up. Y'all the closest. We here in the state. You know what I mean? Like, it's a chance for you to win a belt. You get the championship belt. You're going to have to defend it first live event we have, but you get the belt. You getting on Twitter Spaces and getting the belt is going to be way easier than when we do the live events and you're not battling for no title. You're battling to make it on to the you know, for the bigger events, because that's what's going to happen. So one more time before I get off, I'm going to break this down. Doing a tournament. I'm looking for a lot of new, fresh talent, inexperienced artists, inexperienced, like, you know, I don't, unseasoned. Let me say that, and inexperienced. I really don't want too many people that have been doing this for a long time. We know the requirements. You scroll back. I mean, you scroll back some, you can hear that. But, you know, this first tournament is going to be for our most prestigious championship. It's on Twitter Spaces. It is audio. If you don't join the tournament, if you don't get one of these 16 slots, we only got 12 left, then you're going to have to wait until we do the championship for the title that's under that, which is the silver championship. After that, if you do not do that one, then you're going to have to join the roster the traditional way and work your way up in the ranks, which means that we're going to have you in a studio battling until we deem that you're ready for the bigger venue where there's going to be bigger crowds at. And that's only so that we make sure that you're producing you ready for that. You know, I don't want to just throw you out there to the sharks on that level. I'll throw you to the sharks on the level that's within your range. You know what I mean? I'm not here to destroy talent. I want you to be at your best. We're going to be creating narratives. Promotion is going to be crazy. I want promo videos. I want all of that. Like, I want you to be creative. Not just sit in front of I mean, if you have to work with the resources you got, you know, I want you to really make this fun and entertaining. Like, I might say, hey, you know, you look kind of intimidating. Make a promo that's really intimidating looking. Like, you know what I mean? Make it entertaining. You know, there's a gray area between, you know, being entertaining and being extra or corny or, you know, stuff like that. But that's for you to find out. Seriously, make it entertaining. I'm going to put it on the YouTube. I want a 1-minute promo video. Feel me? Hey, we want to book this event. And in between the battles, we're going to have moments where you have to get on the mic and you have to talk for a certain amount of time. You feel me? That way, as you build on this platform, whether you make this platform home 110% or you go to the next level, you know, when you grab the mic, let's say, you know, they do the interviews, because I've seen they did this in the Crucible, and I swear, I told people over and over and over, because I know a little more than that when it comes to, you know, what people expect of artists as far as PR goes. And I know a couple other people who have told y'all, Ellie, Isaiah Jordan, they've told y'all this too. But I've said it for a fact because I do it firsthand. That's why I was so strong with promotion and, you know, my character as an entertainer. Say, listen, content is everything. We're in the app era now. We're in a period of, like, you know, everything is short now. Like, you have to be able to make something make sense very fast. You have to be able to provide more content than just one thing that you do. You need to be multi-talented when it comes to this, or at least you need to learn, you know. Don't think you could ever be a star. Let's take wrestling again, for example. There's a lot of guys in professional wrestling who made it, and, you know, they got to a WWE, you know, a TNA, you know, AEW, WCW. We go back further. You know, I could really go in the rabbit hole, all that, and mention a couple other promotions. The wrestling fans, y'all know, you know what I could say, but everybody else ain't gonna really get it. So, You know, there's a lot of guys who had the physique. Well, I mean, they had the look. They had the physique. They had the you know, they had the skills or the ability. Let me say that. But they lack the mic skills. That's something that you can learn. That's something that you can develop. And it's crazy because the wrestler that I just mentioned earlier on this live, I used to think his mic skills were terrible, and he's gotten better over the years. You can develop that, right? But, you know, there are some guys where it's just never the case. You know what I'm saying? And you notice why you don't see them that often no more. And then you see them again and they're going against a mid-carder and they're losing. And, you know, there's a reason why. Same thing in battle rap. There are guys who are very, very talented artists. But guess what? On that level, everybody's talented. What can you do that makes people want to spend money to come and see you? Now, some people have the skill of being marketable based off of their abilities when it comes to their talent. But that is very, very rare. Like, give you a good example. JC. Now, if they were still able to be better entertainers, it would be even crazier. But you have guys like JC who are marketable just off of how talented they are as a rapper. But that is very, very, like, you know, difficult to run across somebody like that. It's very rare. Let me say that. Then you have some guys who don't have the ability like others, but they're very entertaining, you know. But once you're getting put in position to be a star of something, you have to be an entertainer. You got to be. You know, you're not going to find too many people that are just talented. And, you know, even if they have a manager to speak for them, after a while, people still don't want to hear them. You know what I mean? A lot of people often feel iffy about Kane when he took his mask off for the first time. But I loved it because it really showed, like, you know, he had to showcase personality now. He no longer has that mask that gives off that mystique of we don't know who he is. He's a monster. We don't know what he looks like. He doesn't even have to talk that much. You know what I'm saying? Granted, by this time he was talking when he had the mask on, but still, you know, he doesn't have to talk that much. And he, you know, he can just show you who he is based off his image. It does all the talking for him. He even had to show, hey, I can talk. I can entertain. I can, you know. So same thing crossing back over into battle rap. Got to be an entertainer, man. Got to. Don't think you're finna come over here and you're not gonna work. You're not gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna be posting stuff. I might say, all right, you know, when you come to this event, you're gonna have to cut a promo in front of that crowd. Please avoid saying words like this, that, this, and that. That way we can keep this, you know, to where people want to view it. What I want you to do is go into more of this type of direction when you're out there. You know, it'll be known that it's a promo, that is, you know, it's battle rap. I know battle rap, some people take stuff serious. You know, we're going to let everybody know the crowd going to be good on that. You know, they're going to react how they react, though. And you're going to have to be able to play off of that live in the moment. Know what I mean? When I get on here and I discuss how I'm battling Taylor this weekend and how Taylor can't do nothing with Stat Static whatsoever. I mean, really nobody can do anything with Stat Static when you think about it. You know, you have to be able to get into character just like that, like out of nowhere. You know, where I'm chill 1 second, I'm humble about everything and telling you about Stat Selects. And then on the flip of that, I can easily switch my character and tell you, you know, I don't truthfully understand how y'all think anybody out here is better than me in the first place. You know, you have to be able to really switch and get into character like that in the moment. And that's what I'm working on with a bunch of new talent. Because most of the time, they don't want to do that. They just want to rap. No, you got to be an entertainer too. So we're going to have that in play. I'm going to record that. We're going to drop that on the channel. You know, let's say I got A+ on the card and I'm like, yo, A+. I really feel like if I said A+, I feel like he doesn't even have to rehearse or write for this at all. I wouldn't even have to give him prep for this at all. Like, I could probably be like, yo, plus, just pass the mic, like right in the event, A+. Look, check this out, bro. You got 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Not even 4 minutes. Hey, plus here, you got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes, man. Talk about who I got you booked against next week. You know what I'm saying? There you go. And I bet you he could go. You know what I'm saying? I bet you he could go. And it'll be good. And we're recording that, and it's gonna drop on the channel. And I bet you people will watch that just to see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have people where I know you're not gonna be that good, and I'm still gonna put you on the spot. Like, hey, all right, talk to the people, man. And it's okay if you don't do well. It's fine, because you're gonna see that, and that's gonna motivate you. Because by next year, I ain't even got passion in my and take the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, take the mic from me. Like, hey, look, man, let me call out. You know what I mean? Straight like that. That's what this is about. We breeding entertainers. So if you want to get in tune, you know, I'm here. My inbox is open at the Facebook page, Stat Select Rap Battles, at the Instagram, Twitter. Go follow and subscribe to the YouTube. They're all under the same thing, Stat Select RB. We here. I'm looking for the next set of fresh talent. Just watch. It's going to be like a movie when y'all see this. Real talk. And yes, we do have to talk. One thing with you. Killer is doing his thing on iBattle now. And I know that's where you came from too. You over there. Killer's doing his thing over there on iBattle. So I'm not really booking no talent like that I was speaking of previously. I'm bringing in fresh talent. Because I remember we were talking about that one day. But, yeah, if you want to touch down on the stage, man, you're going to have to hit up, Domo, where you at? Domo, get here. I gave the stage away, bro. So, hold on, my phone tripping. All right, I gave the stage away, actually. I got a whole nother thing going. If you would like to go battle on the stage, you're going to have to get in touch with the staff over there. I do know that Domo, you know what I'm saying, runs the stage now. So, that's all I don't know anything else they got going on. I just know that. So, you'll have to go and contact them. But, yeah, y'all, appreciate you for tuning in. Please tag your people, especially in Mississippi, if they want to get into battle rap. I'm here.